Want some sick threads but don't know where to go? I got you. So for the longest time, you were only able to get band swag at either their concerts, festivals like the Warped Tour, or the corpo giants of Hot Topic and Spencer.
Oh, Hot Topic? When did this open?
2 weeks ago. It used to be a banana republic.
And they fucking ripped you off too. Let's be real.
Those bastards.
But times are different now. Online buying has changed things like crazy. And I'm gonna show you my top places where I like to get my band swag, from bougie to really inexpensive and affordable. All right, to start off with number one, and we're gonna go from the affordable to kind of cheap all the way down to the expensive ass bougie shit.
I'm so fancy.
To start off, and this was kind of like brought to me by a good friend of mine out in the UK, Ben, who's also one of the co-owners of another clothing line, which are gonna be on here. I won't name it yet, but he's the co-owner of that I have him on this list, and that's Dbop. Dbop has like taken over my free time and extra cash that I'm burning now. My band tee collection has exploded from being on there. It's bad. I have a shopping cart still completely full, and I have likes all over and like the saved or what I want to buy potentially in the future. Dbop is like the ultimate Goodwill thrift store, all right? And it could range from really cheap to really expensive. But for the most part, there's some pretty sick band shirts on there, like this Code Orange that I grabbed. Like, you're not gonna see this at a normal retail store, or if you missed a show that they were playing at, you can't grab it. Or say you remember an old concert tee from like Avenged Sevenfold or Trey or whatever back in the day. You never grab it from that tour, but you see someone's selling it on Dbop. That's what it's great for. And there's sellers from either the US or all over the world. And for the most part, it's pretty affordable. Like my Code Orange shirt, I got this for 15 bucks with shipping. That's pretty sick. If you got this at a show, it was probably like 30 bucks. So they're definitely my number one for the most affordable in band tees. You know, if you got free time, it's pretty bad. Like you can probably drain all your excess money you have right now.
I'm broke.
All right, at number two, and I kind of briefly mentioned it, a buddy of mine, Ben, he in the UK, he co-owns this shop, this online store. It's Negative Creep. Now, they do custom Distortion bleach shirts, and they do them in drops. I grabbed this Marilyn Manson tank on, I think, like drop 5 of theirs, and I'm fucking in love with it. I get compliments everywhere I go when I rock this thing, and their bleach designs are sick. Like, I'm jealous. I like to distort my own shirts, like my own clothing line, but I'm jealous of the designs they do, and they're sick, and they always come up with new designs, and they're changing it up a little bit this time. They're gonna do them in theme drops, and that's cool. Like right now, they're gonna do a death metal drop, and then they're gonna do a hip hop, then rock and punk rock, and do different ones. But they're pretty affordable. It's gonna be in the British pound, and you're gonna have to pay for shipping outside of the country unless you're in the UK. But still, for about like 40 US dollars, 40, 50 US dollars, you get a custom distorted shirt. That's sick, and that's worth it.
Sweet.
All right, now for number 3. Now, I found this shop on Instagram as like one of those things recommended I would like on my search thing, and it's pretty sick, and I may hop on some of the buys I see that they still have on there, and that's Are You Selling? Now, they're similar to Negative Creep in the sense that they do drops, but they do drops in vintage clothing. So they buy out a bunch of stuff of different rock bands from 80s, 90s, maybe even 2000s stuff like Marilyn Manson or like, you know, the Millennium stuff. And they do them in drops for you to buy. And some of them still on there, and they have some really sick finds. Now, they're definitely a step up in price since you are buying vintage shirts, and they can range widely. But like for stuff that I've been generally wanting to buy, it looks like it's been like $70, $80 for some really cool vintage shit. But then some of them go up to like 150 bucks. Like some old school Metallica stuff, they go up there. But like if you want a vintage Metallica shirt or Megadeth, Dio, Iron Maiden, you're gonna put money down for it anyway. And now for number 4. This is actually a cool side project and side hustle from Nergal, of the lead singer of Behemoth. And he does a similar thing as Are You Selling? He sources vintage shirts from all over the world, but he doesn't do them in drops. He's doing it like every day. He's finding stuff either from probably eBay, Dbop, you know, other ways of finding, or even just around where he's traveled, because he still likes to travel right now. And they are pricey. They are bougie, definitely. But you can find some old Sepultura. You can find some old freaking Cannibal Corpse, Obituary, Metallica, all this stuff. You want some, and he more caters to the heavy metal, death metal, black metal crowd. But if you want some old vintage heavy metal shirts, he's got you covered. But you got to put the money down for it. He does do free shipping, which is cool. And he also throws in a bunch of Behemoth stuff, stickers, signatures from the band and stuff. So he gives you like a cool package for buying it. So it's not like you're just buying a shirt. So it's a nice little incentive, like, yeah, you're gonna put money down, but she's gonna give you your money's worth. Now, those are my top recommendations where I go to find shirts, look at them, peep, maybe just kind of like, damn, I wish I can buy it, little window shop. But there's a few other ones that I would say like I'll go to and like just to browse and see if they got anything. And one of them would be Target. It's a guilty pleasure, and I'm like, damn it, it's a corporate store. But every once in a while, I'm like, damn, that's a sick design. Like I found a really cool Green Day shirt from the Dookie album. And then another place, now you can look at them for like Black Friday deals and stuff, or if you go in store. Now, this is gonna be a plot twist because a lot of people don't think about it. Forever 21. Yes, I know it's predominantly known as a women's store, but they actually do sell guy stuff. They have a guy section, and no one goes in there. And you know what? They actually have some cool designs for some band shirts. Like their Judas Priest lineup and Ozzy shirts are sick. Like I grabbed a pretty fucking bitchin' Ozzy shirt from there that looks vintage, but it's not, but it's sick. And now probably another place that, maybe it's two, like, you know, traditional thrift stores. Like one from over here in the West Coast is Buffalo Exchange. They actually can get some pretty cool stuff that you can find for regional prices between 15 to 20 bucks. Or I've actually found stuff at Goodwill and whatnot. So your local thrift store can maybe even have stuff. It's kind of cool, just like the Peruser. So don't go there with intentions of finding something amazing, but you may be surprised at your local place. And I'm gonna put a plug in of myself as well, because I have my own line that it's just, I have fun. I wanted to do it because I love rock and roll, and I wanted to create my own rock and roll line. And it's Ride the Lightning, you know, custom distressed bleach shirts with unique designs. Like this is one of the designs, Young and Reckless, a young James Hetfield. And again, I custom bleach and distort them. So each one is unique to its own shirt. So each distortion is not gonna be the same. So that's my own line. It's a fun line. If you wanna buy swag, it's cool, I like it. So hopefully you will. But that was my episode on rock swag, where you can get it from cheap to inexpensive, and of course my own plug-in. I hope everyone's been safe for 2021, and hopefully we can get shows back and we all can start buying more merch again and help supporting our band members. All right, so take care and fucking horns up always.